Hello YouTube, what's up, and welcome to my new channel, Altruistic Faith. I am basically going to start this new YouTube channel and kind of see where it goes. I'm planning to make this a faith-based YouTube channel, but trying to see if I'll add some other stuff later on. But first things first, I kind of want to start with some background on myself and my testimony to God. Okay? To start off with some background about myself, my name's Andrea. I am 23. I just turned 23 in June. And basically what happened to me over the summer is that I was very blessed to go to volunteer in Tanzania for 2 weeks. I went with a volunteer group. A program was called Marafiki Africa. It wasn't a religious group or anything. It was just a general volunteer group. But I really was touched by going to Tanzania because there were some people in the group who were religious in their own views, and the people in Tanzania themselves were very strong in faith, and it kind of made me start wondering about my own faith because I was I grew up in a Christian household. My parents were very strong in faith, but I grew up seeing them kind of be strong with it sometimes and kind of linger off sometimes and go back and forth, but overall the household was raised Christian. Basically what happened to my family was that, well, my parents were Hispanic, Latino immigrants, or trying to be, and they didn't do things the right way, so the consequences thereof was that they'd have to leave the country. And even though they tried to see a lawyer, the lawyer was basically no help. So we were kind of just stuck in a situation where I could go to Guatemala with my parents but speak absolutely minimal Spanish and probably backtrace a lot in school, or I could stay in the country, in the States, with my aunt and try to finish school. So that was my decision and my parents' decision at the time, and that was basically to live with one of my aunts when I was 14 and try to finish up high school. And even though it was part of my decision, I was only 14 years old at the time, and I don't really think I understood how it was going to affect me mentally. And I was a very strong Christian as a kid. I loved going to church and I loved learning about God. But during high school, I just seemed to kind of sway away from everything because of all the negative things that were going on in my life. I was stuck in a position trying to figure out who I was as a person, as an American, as, a Latino girl growing up in the country. And it's not like I was born in Guatemala. I was born and raised here my whole life, and I never really saw myself anything other than an American. But once my parents had to leave the country, it made me question my identity and who I was as a person. So because I felt very lost, I started to hang out with the wrong group of kids, and I started getting really into the whole drug scene and into the whole party scene. And I was also, forgot to mention that I was a straight A student until all of middle school, and then in high school everything just kind of fell apart emotionally, school-wise, health-wise. I made a really lot of bad decisions that basically put me in a position that I lost a lot of people in my family, and I lost a lot of friends, and most of all, I think I just lost myself in general. So, moving on forward. Sorry, I just lost my train of thought there. But moving on forward, I don't really want to get into the nitty-gritty details of everything. Maybe I'll let you guys know. But I have done a lot in the past couple of years to basically clean up my act and start over. I am 23, like I said now, and all of this stuff happened during high school, so it's going on about 5 years ago. And I'm basically trying to start a clean slate. I did a lot of stupid things also in my very early, late teens, I guess. I was going to say early 20s, but I'm still in my early 20s. I'm only 23. But I did a lot of dumb things when I was 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. But now I feel like I'm in a very good place, and I've started to go back to church. Especially after going to Tanzania, it really made me think that I have so much, and even though I made a lot of mistakes, God has always been here by my side. I feel like things could have been a lot worse if I didn't have the thought of God in the back of my mind. Even when I was doing stupid things as a teenager, I kind of always had this little thought in the back of my head telling me not to do it. I just chose not to listen. Now that I'm getting older, I'm realizing that I should start listening to this little voice. So that's kind of the whole purpose of this YouTube account, is just to get things rolling. I was very inspired by the Yumi girl. I think that's her YouTube name, but I know for sure it's Yumi. But she does a lot of really cool videos. I'll link her down below. I think she's a very good Christian blogger. She does a lot of other cool things like fashion, if you're interested in that kind of stuff. But I'm not really sure where I'm going to take this blog. I think I'm just going to go with the wind, go with the flow, and just see where I end up. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any more questions about me, just put it down below and I'll maybe answer in the comments, or I'll just put it in the video. And yeah, I guess we'll just go from there. Also forgot to mention, thank you so much for checking out my channel. Please subscribe. I gotta get used to saying that, but subscribe if you're interested, and I hope to be hearing from you guys, and I'll talk to you later.